When x equals 2 and y equals 0.5, which of the following expressions has the largest value? So you might not be able to read this here, so I'll write this in. This is x minus y. This is x times y. This is x divided by y. And this is x plus y. So what has the largest value? Well, let's just work through this, and then we'll talk about why this might make a lot of sense. So x minus y, what would that be? Well, what is 2 minus 0.5? Well, that's 1.5, right? X is 2, y is 0.5, x minus y is 1.5. Okay, next one. X times y, okay, multiplication, 2 times 0.5. Well, that means what is half of 2, or 2 times 1/2? Right? That is just 1. 1 is half of 2. So this is less than subtraction here. Okay? Next one. Well, this one says x divided by y. So we get 2 divided by 0.5, which usually I would write as a fraction. 2 divided by 1/2. And this means, well, how many 2's, or how many 1/2's, excuse me, go into 2? In other words, if you had 2 items, and you split each of them in half, each of those items, how many pieces do you have? Well, you can see right here there would be 4 pieces. And you might know the algorithm as multiplying by the reciprocal of half. So we multiply by 2, which is 4. So far, this is the largest. And last, we have x plus y. So 2 plus 0.5, and that equals 2.5. So this is the answer right here, x divided by y, and you might have predicted that. Why? Because, well, here we're dividing by a fraction. Anytime you take a number and you divide by a fraction, what happens? Well, the number gets larger as long as it's a proper fraction, right? So here, in this case, that means you took some number, let's say 5, you divide it by 1 over 3, that's a proper fraction, where the top number is smaller, right? 1 is less than 3. The denominator down here is less than 1. Then when you flip it, 5 times 3 over 1, our number becomes large, right? You're multiplying 5 by 3 over 1. And that helps us realize that in this question, yeah, you divide by a fraction, you can go in and get a larger value. The only exception is, of course, if we have a fraction that's improper. So for example, let's say 12 divided by 2/3. What does this mean? Well, this means 12 times, oops, that's still, what am I doing? That's still a proper fraction. Let's say 12 times, I don't know, 4/3. 12 divided by 4/3, excuse me. What does this mean? Well, this means 12 times 3 over 4. What's that? Well, that's 36 over 4, which is 9. So we got a number less than 12. Right? We started with 12, divided by 4/3, and we end up getting a smaller number. The reason why that would happen here is because, again, this is an improper fraction. It's 4 over 3. So when we multiply by the reciprocal, this 4 gets moved to the denominator. And this number, if you think about it, is always the number we're going to end up dividing by. Right? In the next step here, we did 12 times 3, which is 36, and we divided by 4. If this number is larger than the number we multiplied by, which was 3, our result will be smaller. And the opposite is true in this example, right? This number is what we'll multiply by, and this is what we'll divide by. So if 3 is bigger than 1, we'll be multiplying by more than we'll be dividing by. So our result will be larger. All right, hope this helped.